Hello everyone and welcome to another NASCAR Racing 2003 live stream. How is everyone doing this fine evening? Thank you very much for joining. Those of you that are watching this live right off the bat, if you guys could please hit the like button, subscribe to my videos if you enjoy them and you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you to all of you who have and for all your support over the last few months in particular. Even though I've been on YouTube for about 7 years, my videos have gotten more popular in the last few months than they ever have been, so thank you so much for all the support, you guys. And with that being said, let's jump right in to today's video. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be attempting to recreate Ben Kennedy's 2014 Talladega crash in the Camping World Truck Series. There we go. English, Cody. Thank you very much to NexusCombat and a few others I know have suggested this in the past. So thank you to those guys. Alright, oops. Before we do that, we need to show you the wreck I'm going to be trying to recreate for those of you that haven't seen. Alright, so we're going to be trying something a little bit different. Alright, there we go. Right in the little corner. Alright, so we're gonna go over here. Alright, so with 30 laps to go in the 2014 Fred's 250. Oops. Sorry, I clicked off the window. We're gonna restart that. He gets spun coming out of the tri-oval, hits the outside wall hard with his the driver's side, goes up on two wheels on his side for a few seconds and then backs it back into the outside wall hard. Thank you very much to NASCAR All Out for the screen capture. He's a go-to channel for a lot of my all things NASCAR flips. So go check out his channel if you haven't yet. Or her. I'm not sure who runs that. I'm assuming it's a guy. Alright, so yeah, he's running about 15th or so. He gets hooked into the outside wall hard, and then up on two wheels, does a little spin around on his side, comes back down, and then he backs it into the outside wall hard again, backwards. And backwards backs it in. So that is, and then the 28 truck gets involved later on. So that is what I'm going to be trying to reenact this video. Let's wait for the last replay to be done. Oh, one more. Got the onboard shot. One of the trucks behind him. So, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys I could not find a 2014. Alright, yeah, that's it. Alright, back to the regular game window. I could not find a 2014 car set for the Camping World Truck Series for this Camping World Truck Series 2013 mod, because it was the only one I could find this 31 truck for, his correct number 31. Heater.com. Chevrolet, as I change over the name. So we're just going to be using the 2013 truck car set. There was a smallish pack towards the end of the race, so we're going to turn that down a little bit. Using Talladega 2014 BP. Realistic. Yellow flags. Alright, let's get started. Thank you, everyone who's watching this live right now. Is the quality good for everyone? Is the... Oop, right off the bat, I know I have to turn the volume up for the game. There we go, I remembered right away. So let me know if there's any problems with the video quality, if there's any frames being dropped. I have this turned down a little bit just so the trucks can get a little bit faster. For those of you that have watched my previous videos, you know turning down the track temperature makes the acceleration and top speed for whatever cars you're using a little bit faster, and since we're using the trucks with the CTS physics, they tend to not go quite as fast as they should in this game, so that's why I have that turned down a little bit. Plus, that'll help me get airborne easier.
Drivers, start your engines.
So we're gonna do our usual, get a black flag before the race even starts. Go about midway through this pack. Alright, here's a good spot. So yeah, just like I said, we're using the 2013 truck set, car set, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I know it's wrong, but for this, the correct 31 truck, this mod is the only truck mod I could find the correct paint scheme for Ben Kennedy, because I know there's the 2014 car set for the truck series. I know that exists in the later mods, obviously, but I couldn't find Ben Kennedy's correct paint scheme for those mods, so that's why I'm using the wrong year for the AI. I'm sure some trucks are off. I'm sure a few are the same, but it's because this is the only mod I could find Ben Kennedy's paint scheme for. Alright, green flag. So we're gonna get warmed up one lap, up to speed, and then we'll try to get spun out by someone hooked in the outside wall coming through the tri-oval after this first lap. Let's actually go on board for the warm-up lap. So even though I turned the track temperature down, we're not going anywhere over 200. Basically just so we get up to speed a little bit quicker. Still going right around mid to upper 190s. Alright, so I guess I'll try to get hooked by this. Oop. Whoa! I think that was a little bit overkill of what we needed. That was a little overkill. That was if his crash would have been way worse. That was Ben Kennedy mixed with Austin Dillon / Jeffrey Bodine circa 2000 Daytona. That was a hard first wreck. Alrighty. Alright, so that was an interesting first attempt. Let's try that again. Hopefully get a little more accurate one the second time. And that's going to be another difficult thing, trying to not like yank the wheel to the right as hard to get hooked by one of those trucks, but if you try to drift up into them and get hooked slowly, they have a tendency to drift way high up the track, but I need the AI car to kind of stay low, so when I get hooked I still have the entire width of the track getting spun around to the outside wall. Why am I doing this so late? I've been asked for about the 20th time now. I apologize for it being so late. However, I've been super busy with work and everything, the usual. And I figured... Oh. Sorry, pop-up. One of the antivirus things came up on my computer. There we go. Yeah, I figured I could do a late stream tonight or no stream at all, and I figured you guys would pick late over no at all, or none at all, so that's why I'm doing it so late. And hey, it's summer vacation. You guys don't have school anymore. The latest it is, it's midnight on the East Coast, and it's 9 p.m. on the West Coast. That's not that late for a weeknight fresh into summer vacation. Alright. Getting up to speed. Alright, perfect. Hello, Miguel Peludo. I need to reenact your 2013 flip at some point. I'll try with this green truck. Nope. Nope, the other trucks in the outer lanes got in the way. That one wasn't as exciting as the first attempt. It's not even worth a replay. Better late than never, exactly. Thank you, Hamlin Fanatic. How's everyone doing? We're up to 45 now. Ren 8 just subbed. Thank you very much. Parker Kligerman's 2014 wreck. That's an interesting one. B-Bear Drone Gaming. Thank you for joining. Nija. Dale Jr. Fan 88. I'll actually try to get some shoutouts in while I'm not busy staring at the screen. Try going to the middle instead of the very bottom, says NexusCombat. I shall try that. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, I posted a... Oops. I went into third too early that time. I posted a new reenactment earlier today. A completely random one I did in my free time. 1956 Daytona Beach Race. Russ Truelove's rollover. Completely random. But once again, another NASCAR all-out channel find. All things NASCAR flips. So if you haven't seen that, go watch that. Actually took me a decent amount of time, even though it's only a 40-second long video. Put a lot of time and effort into that, so I'd appreciate if you go check that one out. Alright, so I said try the middle lane. Middle. Oh. Except he went all the way over and got absolutely drilled by another truck.
Stay behind the 57 car. Stay behind the pace car. Have the 81 car.
The end of that, although it happened a little too early into the turn, those flips and then subsequent slide on the roof kind of reminded me of Ron Hornaday's 2009 flip. Alright, so that one... I was actually looking decent, but then I went all the way up and over, and then I got absolutely drilled by that other truck. When did I start streaming? Less than 15 minutes ago. I started at 11 Central Time. It's now 11:14 right now for me. Get BeamNG Drive. I would love to. I'm always... I'm short on funds, like always, so I don't necessarily have spare money to buy a new game. Plus, I'm not even sure my computer could handle it, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure I could turn the graphics all the way down and everything else, but then it wouldn't even be worth it. TNT Productions, Silent Killhawk, Star Wars Cup Series... Let's Fail Games and Reviews. Alright, so let's try that again. That last one wasn't too bad, except I got a little too airborne and went all the way up and over. back before Christopher Bell was in the number 4. Oh, stay off the apron. I think I do have the track grip turned up a little bit. Nothing spectacular, nothing too high. Just to make the driving a little bit easier for these reenactments. Especially since I turned the track temperature down just a little bit. But yeah, obviously you see I can spin out and not start tumbling from the grip, so it's not that high. Whoa. Oops, I'll try that again. Try next lap. Except we're just going to go in 3rd gear because with the way the gear ratios are, or the gear ratio is for the CTS physics, it's almost faster to stay in 3rd for these super speedways. Whoa. Got forced down below the yellow. Look at this pack. How are we not wrecking? 4 wide in front of me. Nope. Shoot. That was my bad. I had too many trucks on the outside that were in my way to fly up into the outside wall.
Drivers, start your engines.
.33 truck was up on top of someone for a little bit there. And yeah, you can see, yeah, I have the grip up a little. I think it's at like 1.2 versus 1.0 something, that it's usually at. So it's not that high up at all. As you could tell, I was spinning sideways for a while. Didn't lose too much speed from just the friction alone. And I definitely didn't start tumbling once I got sideways. So the grip is still at a somewhat normal level. Junior Johnson's flip at Daytona Beach. You read my mind. I was going to start working on that one in my free time, if not on a stream. That needs to be a compilation eventually if I can get enough reenactments. Races that had multiple rollovers. 2009 Talladega, 2016 Talladega, countless races in the early days of NASCAR. And yeah, who knows, yeah, just like DS Gaming pointed out, if I can somehow get Miguel Paludo to flip in the right way, I could accidentally knock off a completely different reenactment going through the Trioval and get Paludo to flip. Because I do technically have the correct car set for that, because these are the 2013 trucks. Got a little too high up again and went all the way over. I also sent that other truck flipping.
At the 19 car.
Maybe I need to lose a little bit of speed before going to the outside wall.
Drivers, start your engines.
Geometry Dash Win, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Doge Gamers, YouTube, hitting the jet dryer. Passing the grass, Daniel Gosling. Lips Lovana, LPS, AC Productions, Alex Seufert. I believe I already did that one. Jason Leffler's 2009 practice record, Watkins Glen. 500 Adri, however you pronounce that. The slow-mo car crashes, cool kid. Phil Finney. Is that hard wreck into the notorious Daytona wall? I could try that at some point. Wasn't he injured? I have no idea. I'm sure someone knows. Foxy Robert Gaming. Alright, now I have to focus on driving so I don't crash prematurely. I believe they make pills for that. It's a Viagra joke. I believe I was positioned well on the last attempt. I was just a little too fast. Or I might have hit it just at too violent of an angle because I got upside down as opposed to just on my side. I need to stay on my side and not go all the way over. One of the few times I'm not trying to flip. Just trying to get on my side, not flip. Wait till the next lap to try. I didn't really have a car near my right rear quarter panel that time. My right quarter panel. Rear kind of goes without saying. Oh. Just need to make sure there's a clearing. Once again, I got two airborne.
Stay behind the 18 car and the 14 car. Stay behind the pace car.
You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. So I actually got airborne before I hit the wall that time. Ow.
Son, drivers, start your engine.
If I was going to do the jet dryer incident, I'm pretty sure I'd need someone that knows how to operate the software sandbox to help me make a special version of Daytona for that. Basically just a Daytona nighttime with a stationary like jet dryer. I don't know, with maybe like some tire wall hidden in between, but then like a jet dryer graphic over the tire wall, so I just basically spin into it. I can add the flame effects. But yeah, unless I get someone that knows how to use Sandbox to maybe add a little stationary jet dryer into a special version of Daytona just for that reenactment. I'm not sure how else I would go about doing that. Alright, what attempt number is this? Probably like 7 or 8. Maybe closer to 10. Oh, drifted up the track a little too much there. I lost the draft for a second, which slowed me down. There we go. back up and draft a little bit. Just need to make sure there's enough space. Whoa! On the outside line for me to go across the track. Oh. That didn't work.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 57 car and the 24 car. Stay behind the pace car. You all
I took
right?
out Kyle. I believe I saw someone tumbling behind me. Well, that one didn't work. I tried doing it from the middle lane, but the stupid truck in the outer lane kept drifting up the track a little too much. Yeah, someone tumbled a bunch. Joey Coulter. Looks like Christopher Bell in Daytona. Next.
Son, drivers,
And we
start
got
your
60 people
engines.
watching. See, it isn't too late if we still have 60 people here. It's pretty decent. Alright. That time I was going around the right speed, but there was too much traffic in the higher lanes in the outside of the near the outside wall. Chris Cockram's crash, I have done that one. If there's anyone new to my videos that have wondered which ones I have and haven't done yet, if you hit my videos page or go to the playlist page, you'll see the NASCAR Racing 2003 reenactments playlist, and you'll see all of them I've done in chronological order that I've done them, not as they happen in real life. But you can get caught up. I've done about 50 or so now. You can get caught up on all the ones that I've done so far. Green flag. I think I need to be a little bit closer to the back of the pack. Maybe like right around here is good. Less traffic to the outside and behind me, and I think that was close, more accurate to where he was in the pack in real life. He was closer to the back. Alright, so if I get the correct airborne part, I need to have the wherewithal to try to back the truck into the outside wall again hard.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 77 car and the 18 car. Stay behind the pace car and the 13 car.
Well, I hit it. Sadly, that was probably one of the closest ones I've had yet, but that was nowhere near a keeper. I mean, it was a step in the right direction. Yeah, nowhere near a keeper. Next.
Son, drivers, start your engines.
I don't know, I cracked this beer open about 30 minutes ago. More. Let's say I finally take a sip. Danica Patrick's hard crash at Michigan. That's a good one. That's probably the biggest crash that's happened in the most recent race. And she does have some bad luck. I'm not a Danica fan by any means, but she does have some bad luck. So here we go. He was closer to the back of the pack. Trying to get into number 77's draft. Kuraga, however you pronounce that dude's name. I'm terrible with name pronunciations. Of course, that's a fairly difficult one. Probably not once I hear it, but at first sight, it's difficult. Oh, see what I mean? He slowed down. He slowed down. Alright, I'm going to catch back up and try next lap. I tried having him hook the right rear of my truck, but he slowed down. That smart bastard. There we go. Let's try this again. Except I think there's too much traffic in the outer lanes once again. Accidentally got Paluto and others. Oh, I guess the grip up is enough to flip if I do a weight shift. That wasn't even close. Ken Schrader's Pocono flip. I meant to put that one on my to-do list way back when. I cannot find his correct paint scheme, his correct 2003 paint scheme. It's not the default one that comes with the game. It's not the default AT&T one. It's a different paint scheme. So if someone can find me Ken Schrader's 2003 Pocono paint scheme for the original Cup mod in the race that he rolled over, I would love to do that one. Hudson River Crash. I think I need Flight Simulator first. Sully. Nemechek's 2009 Nashville Crash. Whoa. That's a good one. Of course, that's one of those difficult ones where he got clipped by someone, but I suppose I could be Nemechek and just turn the grip up. And just kind of turn into a car. 2017 Timothy Peters flip. I did part 1. I'm waiting to do part 2 till I can find the correct paint scheme, which I don't think has been made yet. The correct paint scheme for his 99 truck in that race that he rolled. Team SBR, do they do many truck paint schemes? I know they do all the up-to-date Cup ones usually, at least the primary Cup sponsored cars for each particular year. They're usually the best at those. I don't know they did too many truck ones, but I'll check. It's one of the few websites I haven't checked. I think I might need to turn the grip down a little bit.
Stay behind the pace car. You're now in the top 20.
I didn't realize it was that high. Man, the 6 truck got drilled there. Then I go tumbling. Oh, 2003 cars. You were saying Team SBR for the Ken Schrader truck. I got you. For the Ken Schrader car, I thought you were talking about the truck by that point. The Timothy Peters truck. That's what I meant. I don't necessarily not do wrecks where people got injured, as long as they were alright in the long run. I just don't do wrecks like immediately afterwards if people are injured, like Eric Amarola, etc. You guys know what I mean. But like Jeff Bodine, I mean, he was fairly injured in that truck wreck, but he ended up being alright in the long run. So that's why I was still had that on my claws to do that one. Because he was injured pretty badly at the time, but it was 15 years later and he's pretty much made a full recovery. Man, look at the pack in front of me. I actually get it sorted out by the time the turn comes around. Oh, yes.
Catch up to the end of the paper line. Stay behind the 24 car, pass the 13 car, stay behind the pace car.
Alright. That was definitely a savable attempt.
Pass the 13 car.
Wasn't pretty, but the side part was pretty close. And I actually did have the wherewithal. I know I lost a decent amount of speed by that point, but I at least did have the wherewithal to back it into the outside wall again. So I will save that one. I will keep going since we have a good 20 minutes left in the stream, see if I can get any better ones, but that's definitely the best one so far. And even though I went down below the yellow, it wasn't necessarily too obvious that I yanked the wheel up to the right. And there was only like one or two more trucks involved in the background, not too many others. Alright, so I will... Actually, just in case this ends up being the one, I'm just letting it go for a decent while just so I have some extra footage after the crash for like the aftermath shots, if you guys know what I mean.
Looks like we're bent up on the back end.
Here, I'll try that again. Yeah, I did lose a decent amount of speed by the time I did, but I still had the wherewithal to remember to try to back the truck into the outside wall and have a second hit. Alright, next attempt.
Son, the drivers, start your engines.
The long one from Talladega Nights. I am going to try that one actually eventually. Because I do have the paint schemes from the last... time I tried the Ricky Bobby crash. Alright, so let's see if I can get any closer ones in the next 20 minutes. Because that one, as decent as that was, it was still that hit from that truck after I bounced off the wall is more or less what sent me on my side, instead of the hit from the wall itself. So we'll keep trying. We will keep trying. Thanks to all those of you that are watching this live right now. If you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button. I'm surprised with how tightly compacted some of these packs have been. There haven't been any AI wrecks. Now that I think about it, I actually think this might be the version of Talladega I was using to try to have do Chris Buescher's 2016 flip. So I think that's why all the trucks are so tightly packed together. Nope. Alright, for the first time in this stream, let's go the wrong way.
You've been disqualified for reckless driving. Looks like we're bent up on the back end. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 35.
See how big of a wreck we can cause coming out of turn 4. Not too shabby.
The leader's pitting now.
Crafton looks like got the worst of it, arguably. Alright, next attempt.
Is this on? Drivers, start your engines.
What if I saved that as the final attempt? There we go. Itchy eye. Casey Kane, Jeff Gordon's hard crash. You mean Sam Hornish Jr. and Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon? I'm assuming that's the Watkins Glen one you meant. I might have to try that one. Yeah, I could try being Hornish and flying into that barrier and hopefully have the timing right to get drilled by Gordon. Alright, so at least we have that one really decent attempt I can use if I don't get a better one. I can start editing that tonight. Hopefully have out by tomorrow afternoon. Whoa. Looks like we almost had a wreck in front of me. But not quite. Whoa. Truck unexpectedly going to the pits right there. That was maybe a cause of some of the... Aww.
Stay behind the 8 car, pass the 99 car, stay behind the pace car.
Christopher Bell.
81 car.
Much. Kind of. That was just super hard head-on crash instead. Then only to get killed by the ghost of the pace truck.
Drivers, start your your engines.
Mike Harmon's crash. The Jimmy Johnson stack up at Dover I still want to do. I've had that on my to-do list since I saw that wreck live, but instead I took that day to do the Carl Edwards crash from that same race instead, and the Jimmy Johnson Big One stack up Big One has been on the back burner ever since. The Dynaco 400 Big One. Yes, I will try some Cars reenactments at some point in the near future. Lord knows I've gotten enough requests for them, but yes, I will try at some point. Hit the pace car. Unfortunately, the pace car is invisible in this game. If it was NASCAR Racing 2002, I believe the pace car is capable of destroying you. I've seen videos, but I wouldn't know since I've never personally owned that game, which needs to change soon. I want to thank all you guys for watching this, especially live. Even though it's supposedly late, we still have a decent amount of you watching this live, so thank you for that. I got a good run in turns 3 and 4 right there. I'm gonna have this blue truck be the one to turn me. Oops. Except, nope. Just a newest edition of a NASCAR disaster instead. Jeez. That last hit into that inside wall was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Good thing the pace truck's invisible, otherwise it would have destroyed me right there. That was a hard wreck. I'm gonna save that one just for the hell of it. That was kind of cool. Might use that for a future crash comp. How that last truck got through there right there is beyond me. I know this is a really random comparison, but does anyone remember seeing that famous Formula E crash that happened a few years ago, where the son of that famous Formula 1 racer Prost turned that one guy going into the last turn, and that dude flipped and then nailed the wall upside down and tumbled in midair and then landed upside down? That's what that reminded me of. Yes, I know it's a really weird comparison, but if you look up Formula E crash, you should see what I'm talking about. Alright, next attempt. Yes, I know that was a pretty big of a stretch right there. But the way he tumbled into the wall upside down, hit the wall, spun around basically stationary in midair, and then landed upside down. That kind of reminded me of that a little bit. How weird would that be if I just took that audio from that Formula E race and put it over that footage? And claimed it to be a reenactment, even though it was trucks and not open wheels. Yeah, I never realized until recently, but it should have been obvious, that a whole new danger comes with those electric cars. that if one of those things crashes, you have the possibility of live wires with hundreds of thousands of, or potentially hundreds of thousands of volts running through them that could potentially electrocute the rescue workers and or the driver. So instead of mainly having to worry about fire, they have to worry about that instead, which I don't know which is more scary. So if there's a decent crash when the rescue workers come, they literally get like giant rubber blankets and have them laying over the body of the car when they're doing their rescue work on the driver. Where did I get this truck? I got it off NN Racing. This one was on NN Racing. Just typed in Ben Kennedy, and it came up. It's for the CWS SS mod, basically the Craftsman or the Camping World Truck Series. Oops. I did that a little too soon into the tri-oval.
Stay behind the 27 car.
Yeah, I got turned a little too soon into the tri-oval. And Townley went flying through the air.
Son, drivers, start your
That was the first
engines.
Formula E race ever. Huh. Hell of a way to start. Kind of like the 2000 Craftsman Truck Series race at Daytona. The inaugural Truck Series race at Daytona. The very first one ever there. And that was the one where that one truck almost went upside down and Jeff Bodine exploded into the catch fence. I know for a fact I got it from NN Racing. If you just type in Kennedy, scroll down to around the 2013, 2014, you should find his number 31heater.com. I believe it says it's for the original CTS mod, but I put it in the CWS 2013 or CWS SS folder, and it worked just fine. Yeah, I think it might on there say it's just for the original CTS mod, but if you install it into the CWS SS folder, it should work just the same. I'm 99.9% sure I got Kennedy's heater.com number 31 paint scheme from NN Racing. In fact, I can go on there after this attempt just to make sure. Alright, so if I don't get a better one in the next 5 minutes, I can start editing that. And the one attempt I have saved. Kind of, but not really.
Stay behind the E1 car, past the 13 car. Stay behind the pace car. Past the 13 car.
Kind of, but not really. If he would have stayed on his side the entire time. Alright, I'm gonna go back. I'm 99% sure it's on here. Yeah, right here. Here it is. It's this one right here. by Duper. The number 31 Ben Kennedy Heater.com CWS13. That's the paint scheme I'm using right now for those of you that are interested in downloading this right now. Over on NN Racing. It's that one. Alright, so we have time for about 3 more attempts to hopefully get a closer one than the first one that I saved.
Drivers, start your engines.
By the way, once a proper 2017 IndyCar set comes out, I know there's a St. Petersburg one out there floating around, but there's no Scott Dixon car. Once I can find an updated 2017 Scott Dixon car, I will be attempting his Indy 500 crash. That was nuts. Alright, so this will probably be the third to last attempt. Try to get a better one. If not, after I get off this stream, I'm going to probably start editing that one. Excuse me. I'll try to get hooked by this green truck behind me. Maybe. Oh. A little bit.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 27 car, past the 13 car.
But not really. He wasn't on his side for that long. This is maybe the second or third closest I've gotten, but not any closer than that one I already saved.
Son. Drivers.
Scott Wimmer's 2005 Daytona flip. I can't remember if I've tried that or not. I obviously haven't gotten a good attempt for an edited final reenactment, but I can't remember if I've tried that yet. I think I did once. I believe I did once. Alright, second to last attempt. In my opinion, worst crash where the driver wasn't injured. I mean, in this era, in the last 10 years, probably Austin Dillon. I could probably make a list like each decade, like each racing series, which I think is the worst, but it's a very broad term. There's been a crap load of wicked wrecks out there where miraculously no one was injured. Will the AI trucks cooperate this time? Nope, not quite. Guess we have to do another lap. Another lap. Let's bump draft the hell out of this truck. And send him below the yellow line. Out of control. God damn it. Well, that one doesn't count. Well, it does, but darn it, that one wasn't good. Alright, so you guys aren't asking at the end of the race, or at the end of the stream. I'll do a full pack backwards crash right now.
Looks like you got some kind of engine problem there.
One more time, so the next time can be just about the wreck attempt. Hey, I think I got Paluto. And I see a truck barrel rolling 1,000,000 times.
Got one stopped up high. The pace cars on the back straight.
Still spinning. Still upside down.
You blew the engine.
Does this count as can this count as Miguel Paluto's flip reenactment right here? Alright, who was that truck that was flipping 1,000,000 times? Darrell Wallace Jr. He's probably lost his lunch inside that truck. Alright, last attempt. Then I gotta get going. Is the bad news, but the good news, if I get going, I'll probably start editing that attempt so I can have that out by sometime tomorrow. Chad Wiskowski, Rec 96 Watkins Glen. I'm not even sure I know of that one. Not even sure I'm familiar. I'll have to look that up. Chad Wiskowski. Alright. Thank you guys again so much for watching this live or after it's done being live. I don't even know the proper word for that. Archived. Past, etc. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet for updates for future videos. And then once you hit the subscribe button, if you hit the little silver bell, silver bells, if you hit that little silver bell, then you will get notifications for my future live streams once I have them scheduled. For those of you interested. Alright, come on. Last time's the charm. Timothy Peters, when am I going to get a proper number 90 truck? Number 99 truck is what I meant to say for your Texas crash. Still waiting on that. Nope, all the way over. Actually, it wasn't looking too bad until I went all the way up and over. Darn it. Well, I guess I will start editing that other one. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, check out my social media links down in the description. That's about it. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, I hope to see you then. Until then, have a good rest of your night, guys. Peace. Bye.